So let's start off with the price action right now. So BTC and ETH again, really been pumping more in earnest since last Friday. We had huge ETH gas prices all day starting Friday, and man, it really feels not necessarily like the bull market, but I mean a hell of a lot more bullish than we've been in a while. I mean, we're seeing Gwei get into the hundreds here and there on some days for certain periods of time. I feel like when I'm at my desk, like it's pretty much averaging in the 50s and stuff every single day over the last week. So we really saw that kick up in earnest on Friday. Mainstream crypto fans rooting for some news on the BTC ETF late last week. I guess I forget what his exact comments were, but I guess Mr. Guzzler, Gary, dangled the carrot and people started to FOMO in. I think he might have said a couple of things potentially about an ETF or the timing of it and the time frame of it, and everybody is waiting with bated breath because they think that that's going to save the market and they're excited about a non-crypto fund. But yeah, either way, Ewok, talking about the recent price action with BTC, looking at where we could shape up by the end of the year, I gotta say, I'm a little surprised that we've nearly crossed 45K here for BTC by the end of 2023. I would not have put it quite that high, although I would have said 35 to 40. Man, I don't know if it hit 45K in a couple spots today, but we certainly have crossed 44. And I got to say, I'm a little surprised by that. Now, I definitely, and I'm sure you're going to agree, we're due for a big pullback. I think we at least go to the high 30s again, if not mid 30s for BTC. This is a short-lived rally, I believe. This isn't the bull market, in earnest here yet. But what do you think of this move? And just kind of people's reaction around the market right now.
Well, I think we said it's possible, and in these ranges, and if you look at this candle, it literally over here, if it has your open, your high, your low, and your close. This candle, literally, the high on it is 45,000 even 0,0,0,0,0. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So apparently there was quite a few limit orders that were set at that price to sell it right back down as soon as it got there. So it did touch it, barely. But yeah, I think it's going to run a little bit till the end of the year, and then it's going to sell off before the halvening. That's kind of the pattern that always happens. It runs up right before the halvening, sells off, and then the halvening kind of starts the gradual uptake again. And I think by then we'll probably have some ETF news. Right. Are people going to buy in? Is it going to be manipulated? It's all yet to be seen. But the one thing you do look at is you look back at the price of gold, and how it was affected by the ETF. That when it came into play, it's been a very lackluster chart for the past how many years? It really just hasn't done a whole lot. So will it be manipulated? We don't know. Bitcoin is a little bit different of an asset only because, how much of it can they really get their hands on? Enough probably to manipulate, definitely. But at most, what will they have? 5-7% maybe. The other question is, how many miners do they own as well? And the interesting thing I was thinking about the other day, what if they end up controlling one of the mining pools that gets to be pretty large? There's a lot of shady things that can happen if they gain control of that many miners. So, just all things to think about. I don't want to FUD Bitcoin. I know it's on a nice run. People, it's a different asset, and the way it goes is it will run, and then people will move assets over to altcoins in preparation for the other run. So this is all, we're all a trailing indicator basically with our ecosystem. I think, it depends on, depends on the FUD. There is a lot of FUD out there. We were already talking about it, but I think we talked about it a couple months ago when it was one of our topics. What kind of range could we be in by the end of the year? And I think we're in this vicinity. I don't think we said it would go over 50. I said, but it could be in the 40 to 50 range is what I'm pretty sure that, I had mentioned anyway. So yeah, we're right there.
Yeah, I think we are too. I guess for me, and I did message this to you the other night. We obviously were already close to 40K for BTC, but just seeing that again felt so weird to me. I guess just it's been so long. I
Yeah.
mean, it's been like nearly 2 years since we've seen those kind of prices, so it surprised me. But yeah, I'm with you. This is a short-lived rally. I mean, we're not, full-on bull market or anything. I mean, we're gonna
No.
be. I can say with I'm pretty much certain that from January to April of 2024, we will experience many days below the price that we're even at right now. I think we
Yeah.
definitely
It will
be.
pull
But
back for
yeah,
sure.
but it is, nice to see nonetheless. And I'm seeing people say this on Twitter. I haven't had anybody do it in my IRL yet anyway, but we are seeing like the normies start to reach out and say like, hey, should I buy ETH right now? And, it is starting a little bit,
Should
which
I
means we're
get that
probably due.
Shiba Inu?
Exactly. Should I buy SHIB? Should I do this? Should I do that? So that means we're probably in for a pullback here on that soon.